Ever wondered if your liver is trying to send you a secret SOS? You might not realize it, but your liver, that quiet hero in your body, could be dropping some pretty strange clues that something's off. It works tirelessly, filtering toxins, balancing your body, and even healing itself when things go sideways. But sometimes it sends out these subtle red flags, little signs that something's not quite right. And catching those clues early, that could make all the difference in preventing bigger problems down the road. So picture this. Your liver's like a superhero with a self-healing power. If you give it a little love and catch the trouble early, it can bounce back. Pretty cool, huh? But here's the thing. Liver issues aren't as rare as you might think. The American Liver Foundation says about 25% of adults in the US are dealing with some kind of liver disease. That's 1 in 4 people. And no, it's not just about hitting the bottle too hard, though yeah, alcohol can definitely rough it up. We're talking everyday stuff too. Chowing down on greasy fast food, sipping sugary sodas, cooking with those sketchy vegetable oils, or even popping painkillers like they're candy. Oh, and don't forget viruses sneaking in there to stir up trouble. Your liver's taking hits from all angles. So are you curious if your liver's trying to wave a little warning flag at you? Maybe it's been dropping hints and you didn't even know it. Stick with me here. We're going to unpack 12 weird signs that could mean your liver's struggling. And don't worry, we're not leaving you hanging. At the end, I'll share some natural tricks to clean things up and keep the damage in check. Ready? Let's jump in. Before we kick things off, I would love to know where you're joining me from today. Let me know in the comments. If you've got questions, don't hesitate to ask. And please take a sec to subscribe and turn on notifications. All right, let's kick things off with something you might not think twice about until it's, well, staring you in the face. Pale poop. Yeah, I know, not the most glamorous topic, but hear me out. This could be a big clue. Normally your poop's got that classic brown shade, right? That's thanks to bile, this stuff your liver pumps out to break down the fats in your food. It's like the liver's signature paintbrush, coloring things up as it goes. But if your liver's not feeling so hot, maybe it's damaged or getting fatty, bile can't flow like it should. It gets stuck, like traffic on a bad day. And suddenly your poop's looking pale, light, or even kind of clay-colored. And here's the weird part. If those fats aren't getting digested properly, your poop might even float around in the toilet. Ever seen that and wondered, what's up with that? Well, now you know, it could be your liver saying, hey, I need some help here. So next time you're in the bathroom, take a quick peek. If things are looking off, pale, floaty, whatever, don't just flush and forget it. That's your cue to check in with a doctor. It's a small sign, but it could mean something big. Okay, let's shift gears to something a little less bathroom-related. Have you ever noticed it's getting tough to see in the dark? Like you're stumbling around at night, squinting to find the light switch, or maybe driving feels trickier when the sun goes down. That's called nyctalopia. Fancy word, I know. And it's not just about needing new glasses. It could actually tie back to your liver. Here's how it works. Your liver's this master multitasker, filtering out toxins and whipping up proteins all day long. One of those proteins is a delivery guy for vitamin A, which your eyes need to see in low light. Think of it like a little Uber for your retina. But if your liver's damaged, it might not be sending enough vitamin A to the party. Suddenly, your night vision's toast, and you're left fumbling in the dark. Pretty wild, right? So if you're noticing this, and it's not just because you skipped your carrots lately, it might be worth getting your liver checked. It's one of those sneaky signs that's easy to miss, but could mean something's up. Now let's talk about your feet for a sec, specifically your right foot. Ever kicked off your shoes at the end of the day and thought, whoa, why is this one looking so puffy? That swelling could be more than just a long day on your feet. It's got a fancy name, peripheral edema, which basically means fluids building up in your tissues, usually down in your legs or feet. And when it's just the right foot acting up, your liver might be the one to blame. Here's the deal. Your liver makes this protein called albumin, and it's like the bouncer at a club, keeping fluids where they belong in your body. But if your liver's struggling, it might not churn out enough albumin. Without that bouncer, fluid starts leaking out, pooling up in your lower body, especially the right foot, because of how blood flows back to your heart. It's like your body's own little water balloon situation. So, if your right foot's feeling swollen or tight, don't just chalk it up to tight socks. It could be a quiet little nudge from your liver saying, "Hey, let's get this checked out." All right, here's one that's a little more in your face, literally. Have you ever spotted these tiny white or yellowish bumps around your eyes, maybe on your eyelids? They're called xanthelasma, and yeah, they sound like a villain from a sci-fi movie, but they're actually cholesterol deposits. And guess what? They could be tied to your liver. When your liver's working like it should, it's a pro at breaking down cholesterol and keeping things balanced. But if it's not firing on all cylinders, say it's clogged up or damaged, cholesterol starts piling up in weird places, like around your eyes. It's like your body's way of saying, we've got a storage problem here. Those little bumps might not hurt, but they're not just a cosmetic thing. They're a signal to get your liver tested pronto. So, next time you're checking yourself out in the mirror, take a closer look. Those bumps could be more than skin deep. Let's talk about this one you might have felt before, pressure or discomfort under your right ribs. Maybe it kicks in after a big meal and you're like, oh, just ate too much pizza. But hold up. It could be your liver talking. That spot right under your ribs on the right side is where your liver hangs out. And when it's damaged, things can get a little messy in there. See, if your liver's struggling, the bile it makes can turn thick and sludgy. Think of it like old motor oil. That sludge clogs up the ducts leading to your gallbladder, and suddenly there's this backup. It presses on your ribs, and sometimes it even creeps up to tighten your right shoulder. That's because it's bugging a nerve called the phrenic nerve. Yeah, anatomy's wild. So, if you're feeling that weird pressure, especially after eating, don't just shrug it off. It's one of those signs where catching it early could really turn things around. Okay, let's talk about your skin for a minute. Specifically those random purple or red bumps that might pop up out of nowhere. Ever noticed these little spots, maybe on your arms or lower legs, and thought, where'd those come from? They might look like a rash or tiny bruises, and yeah, they're kind of odd. But here's the kicker, they could be tied to your liver. Science tells us that when your liver's not doing great, it struggles to make enough clotting proteins, like one called fibrinogen. That's the stuff that helps your blood clot when you nick yourself shaving or bump into the coffee table. If your liver's slacking on that job, you bruise way easier than usual. And sometimes, instead of big old bruises, you get these weird little bumps showing up like uninvited guests. Poor circulation can jump in too, thanks to liver issues messing with how blood flows. So if you're spotting these purple or red marks more often, especially in places like your legs or arms, keep an eye on them. It's like your liver's leaving you a little note on your skin saying, hey, let's figure this out. Next up, let's zoom down to your feet again. Cracked heels. Now I know what you're thinking. Cracked heels? That's just because it's winter or I need better lotion. And sure, dry skin happens, but hold on. This could be more than a moisturizer fix. It might actually be a sneaky sign of liver trouble. Here's how it connects. Your body uses vitamin B3, also called niacin, to keep your skin smooth and strong. It's like the secret sauce for healthy heels and soles. But when your liver's struggling, it's got bigger fish to fry. It starts burning through that B3 to patch itself up, leaving your skin high and dry, literally. Suddenly, your heels are cracking like a desert floor, and no amount of foot cream seems to fix it. It's a small thing, right? Tiny cracks on your feet. But it's a big hint that your liver might be working overtime behind the scenes. So, next time you're rubbing lotion into those rough spots, think about it. Could this be your liver waving a little flag? All right, let's move up to your hands now, specifically your nails. Ever look down at your fingertips and notice something funky? Maybe your nails are looking super white, or they're puffy and swollen. That's not just a weird manicure issue. It could be a loud alarm bell from your liver. Way back in the 1950s, some smart folks did a study and found something wild. 8 out of 10 people with serious liver scarring, think cirrhosis-level damage, had nails that were totally white. Like not just pale, but full-on whiteout territory. Why? It's tied to oxygen issues. When your liver's in bad shape, it messes with how oxygen gets around your body, and your nails can show it. Plus, there's this thing called clubbing, where your fingertips get big and rounded, almost like little drumsticks. That's another sign that pops up with chronic liver problems. So take a quick peek at your hands. If your nails are screaming something's off with white patches or swelling, don't brush it off. It's a clue worth checking out. Okay, back to the bathroom for this one. Dark urine. If your pee's been looking less like lemonade and more like iced tea lately, think dark yellow or even brownish, it's time to pay attention. Your liver might be crying for help, and this is one of its loudest shouts. Normally, your liver's a champ at filtering waste, including this yellow pigment called bilirubin. That's what gives your pee its usual color. But when the liver's damaged, it can't keep up. Bilirubin builds up, spills over into your urine, and suddenly things are looking a lot darker than they should. We're talking potential troublemakers like hepatitis, cirrhosis, or, yikes, even liver cancer. It's not just about hydration here, though, yeah, drink more water anyway. If your pee's consistently dark and you're not chugging coffee all day, it's a sign your liver's waving a big old red flag. Don't ignore it. Get it checked. Now, here's one you've probably heard of, jaundice. This is the big, flashy neon sign of liver trouble. If your skin, your eyes, or even the inside of your mouth starts turning yellow, your liver's not just whispering for help, it's yelling. And yeah, it's as weird as it sounds. So what's happening? It's that bilirubin again, the same stuff darkening your urine. When your liver's healthy, it processes bilirubin like a pro and sends it on its way. But if it's fatty or damaged, that yellow pigment piles up and starts tinting you like a human highlighter. You might notice your eyes looking a little golden, or your skin taking on this odd glow. It's not a tan, it's not a vibe, it's jaundice. A fatty liver struggles to keep up, and this is the result. If you're seeing this, don't wait around thinking it'll fade. It's a major heads up that your liver needs some serious TLC. All right, let's talk about something you might have spotted on your skin. Spider veins. You know those tiny web-like lines that show up in red, blue, or purple? Maybe on your face, legs, or feet. They're kind of cool looking in a weird way, but they could be pointing to liver issues. Here's the scoop. When your liver's damaged, it can throw your hormones out of whack. Specifically, it might crank up estrogen levels. Too much estrogen puts extra pressure on your veins, and bam, you get these little spidery patterns popping up. They're linked to heavy hitters like cirrhosis or hepatitis, so they're not just a quirky skin thing. If you're noticing more of these than usual, like they're spreading across your legs or creeping onto your face, take it seriously. It's your liver saying, hey, I'm stressed out here. So don't just cover them up with makeup or tights. Think about what's going on underneath. And finally, number 12, itchy skin. This one's sneaky because it's so easy to blame on something else, like dry weather or a new detergent. But if you're scratching like crazy and can't figure out why, your liver might be the culprit. Here's how it works. When your liver's not filtering properly, bile acids, those helpers that break down fats, start building up under your skin. That triggers histamines, the same stuff that makes you itch during allergies, and suddenly you're clawing at yourself. Plus, it can dry out your skin even more, doubling down on that itch factor. It's like your body's saying, something's off and I'm gonna make you notice. So if you're itchy all the time, especially with no obvious reason, it's worth a chat with your doctor. Your liver might be sending you a scratchy little SOS. Whew, there you have it. All 12 strange clues. From purple bumps and cracked heels to jaundice and itchy skin, your liver's got a lot of ways to wave at you when it's struggling. Any of these sounding familiar? If they are, don't freak out. Just take it as a nudge to see your doctor. Maybe ask for an ultrasound to get a peek at what's going on in there. Your liver's worth it, right? How to fix liver damage naturally. So first things first, let's break down how liver damage even happens. It's like a slow-motion crash in 4 steps. Step 1. Fat starts creeping into your liver cells, kind of like junk piling up in your garage. Step 2. Inflammation kicks in, and now your liver's irritated, fighting back. Step 3. Scar tissue, called fibrosis, starts forming, like little patches trying to hold things together. And if you don't hit the brakes, step 4 is the big one, cirrhosis. That's permanent scarring, and it's bad news. Think liver failure territory. Sounds rough, right? But here's the silver lining. Your liver's a champ. It can heal itself if you give it the right tools. It's like giving your garage a good clean-out before it's too late. So let's talk about the best ways to help it bounce back. 6 simple, natural steps you can start right now. 1. Coffee, water, and liver-loving spices. All right, let's kick things off with something you might already have in your kitchen. Coffee. Yep, your morning brew could be a liver lifesaver, but not just any coffee. Go for organic and skip the sugar. Here's the move. Sip it in the morning and toss in half a teaspoon of turmeric. That golden spice isn't tea just for curry. It is packed with nutrients that team up with coffee to fight scar tissue. Whether your liver's taken a hit from too much booze, sneaky drugs, or a sugar overload, this combo's got its back. Studies show it can help repair damage and keep things running smooth. But don't stop there. Hydration's your next best friend. Aim for at least a liter of water a day. That's about 4 big glasses, nothing crazy. It thins out your blood, which makes it easier for your liver to whip up bile, that stuff that busts up fat. Think of it like greasing the wheels, so your liver's not grinding away. And while you're at it, sprinkle some liver-loving herbs and spices into your meals. We're talking ginger, turmeric, again, cinnamon, dandelion root, milk thistle, reishi mushrooms, green tea, and cloves. These aren't just random pantry picks, they're like a superhero squad for your liver. Milk thistle, for example, has been used forever to detox and heal. Green tea's loaded with antioxidants to calm things down. Even cinnamon's in there, keeping inflammation in check. Toss them into your cooking, maybe some ginger in your stir-fry or a dandelion tea at night, and your liver's going to feel the love. It's a small tweak with a big payoff. Next up, let's talk about fats. Because not all fats are created equal, and your liver knows it. If you've been cooking with stuff like corn oil, canola, soy, margarine, or those cheap olive oils that are more mystery than Mediterranean, it's time to ditch them. Those are inflammatory seed oils, and they're like kryptonite for your liver. They stress it out, piling on the damage when it's already trying to keep up. Instead, swap them out for the good guys: butter, tallow, extra virgin olive oil, or coconut oil. These fats aren't just better for your liver. They taste amazing too. Picture this: frying up some veggies in butter or drizzling real olive oil over a salad. It's not punishment, it's delicious. These healthy fats protect your liver, giving it a break from the junk and letting it focus on healing. So next grocery trip, skip the sketchy oils and grab something your liver will thank you for. It is a win-win. Okay, step 3. Let's get some detox power on your plate with sulfur-rich foods. These are the unsung heroes of liver health, and they're probably already in your fridge. Think leafy greens like spinach or arugula, garlic, hello flavor, broccoli, kale, eggs, oily fish like salmon, walnuts, and onions. What's the magic here? They boost something called glutathione. Say that 3 times fast. It's basically your liver's detox superhero, swooping in to clear out fat and toxins. Imagine your liver's like a busy kitchen, and glutathione's the cleanup crew, scrubbing away the grease. Alpha-rich foods keep that crew stocked and ready. Eggs, for instance, are packed with it. Scramble some up for breakfast. Garlic and onions, throw them into everything. They're tasty and they're working overtime for you. Even walnuts make a great snack while giving your liver a hand. It's not about overhauling your diet, just leaning into these power players. Your liver's going to feel lighter already. 4. Cut the junk. Sugar's gotta go. Now this one might sting a little, but it's a game changer. Cut out the processed and sugary junk. We're talking bread, biscuits, soda, ketchup, pasta, all the stuff that's so easy to grab. Your liver's already dealing with enough, and this stuff's like throwing fuel on the fire, especially sugar. Fructose, the kind in fruit and sodas, is a nightmare for a damaged liver. It hates it as much as it hates alcohol. Crazy, right? So, skip the fruit juices, ditch the booze completely, and say no to that sneaky ketchup squirt. It's not just about calories. Fructose goes straight to your liver and piles on the fat, making things worse. Think of it like this. Every time you pass on that soda or cookie, you're giving your liver a high five. It's tough at first, sure. Those cravings are real, but once you kick the habit, your liver's going to breathe a sigh of relief. Replace it with real food, veggies, good fats, the stuff we've been talking about, and you're golden. All right, step 5. Let's get a little sciencey, but keep it simple. Ever heard of bile supplements like Tudka or ox bile enzymes? These are purified helpers you can take to give your liver a boost. The idea's pretty cool. Pop one in the morning on an empty stomach, and it works like a fat-melting ninja. It helps dissolve liver fat and even stops gallbladder stones from forming. Double duty. Here's why it matters. When your liver's struggling, bile can get sluggish, and that's a problem. These supplements step in to keep things flowing, clearing out the gunk. Tudka's a big one. It's been studied for liver repair, and ox bile's great for digestion too. But don't just grab one off the shelf. Chat with a health pro first to figure out what's right for you. It's like picking the perfect tool for the job. If you get the green light, this could be a secret weapon in your liver healing toolkit. And finally, number 6, intermittent fasting. Don't roll your eyes yet. It's not as scary as it sounds, and your liver might love it. This is just about timing your meals so your body gets a break. Maybe skip breakfast and eat from noon to 8 p.m. That's a 16.8 split, super popular. What's the deal? It cuts liver fat, boosts insulin sensitivity, and lowers inflammation, all while triggering this cleanup process called autophagy. That's your body sweeping out the bad stuff. Think of it like giving your liver a vacation. Instead of processing food 24/7, it gets to chill and focus on repairs. Studies back this up. Fasting can shrink that fatty buildup and calm things down. You don't have to go extreme. Start with 12 hours overnight and ease into it. Drink water, stay busy, and your liver's going to thank you. It's a simple tweak with some serious perks. So there's your roadmap. 6 natural ways to help your liver bounce back. Coffee with turmeric, good fats, sulfur-rich foods, cutting the junk, bile supplements, and a little fasting. It's not about perfection, just small steps to show your liver some love. Start today. Maybe swap that canola oil for butter or sip some green tea tonight and you'll be on your way. That wraps up our deep dive into liver clues and fixes. If any of those 12 signs rang a bell, don't wait. See your doctor, get that ultrasound, and start these tips. Your liver's a fighter, and with a little help it can come back stronger. Like this? Hit subscribe. We've got more health hacks coming your way. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll catch you in the next one.